The what gets you squat, the why makes them buy, the where gets them there, and the when makes them spend. And they're the 4 W questions that is vital to know the answers to if you're going to train someone to help them achieve their health and fitness goal and motivate them and get them to motivate themselves. Here I am in beautiful Queenstown, and of late I've been doing lots of training with my graduates, my students, and yes, they're getting better at the what, but it's all those other questions that they're not getting the answers to that's going to help me motivate myself to achieve my goals. So if you look at those W questions, they're the 4 main ones of the W questions. There are some underlining ones. The what is your number 1 health and fitness goal? What do you want to achieve? What are you doing here? The why is, why do you want to achieve that goal? That's more the emotional driver. Why? How is it going to change your life in a beneficial way? Where do you want to achieve that goal? Where do you want to lose the weight? Where do you want to apply the benefits of that goal? And the when is the timeline. When do you want to achieve it? Because a goal without a timeline is not a goal, it's just a dream. So let's have a look at some examples of the application of those W questions, and then we'll go a bit further in how you can apply that in the trenches in training someone. Because the challenge is a lot of trainers, they get the answers to those questions, but they don't actually use them and apply them in the training to motivate someone, and the training just becomes training, doing rep sets and exercises for the sake of doing rep sets and exercises without a reason or an application of doing the rep sets and exercises. So what is your number 1 health and fitness goal? And that might be, I want to lose weight. Why do you want to lose weight? Well, I want to lose weight so I can fit into my red bikinis. Oh, okay, so where do you want to lose the weight, and where do you want to wear your red bikinis? So I want to lose weight around the hips and the thighs, and I want to wear the red bikinis when I go to Hawaii, so on the beaches when I'm on holiday. Okay, and when's that? When are you going? I'm going away in 12 weeks time. So in that, you've got just the first layer of those answers. The what is losing weight, the why is wearing my red bikinis, where the red bikinis in Hawaii with a nice smaller hip and thighs, whatever it might be, and the when is in 12 weeks. So now you've got enough information. My recommendation is to ask more questions about those answers to get a more clarity and a clear picture and a clear reason of why they want to achieve that. Their goal might be, I want to get stronger. Why do you want to get stronger? I want to be stronger so I can be better at football to make first grade, so I can break more tackles and score more tries. Okay, so where do you want to get stronger? I want to get stronger in the legs, and so I can break the tackles, and stronger around the arms so I can really do those smash tackles when in defending the line against the opposition. Okay, so that's fantastic. And when where do you want to apply that? Where? Well, I want to apply that on the field when I'm tackling, in the upcoming premiership, when I'm travelling overseas for a football season, whatever it might be. And when is that? Oh, that's going to be in 3 months' time. Great, now we've got a timeline. So they're the answers to those questions. It might be something like rehabilitation. What's your goal? I want to rehabilitate my knee. Okay, why do you want to do that? Because I love snow skiing, and I'm here in Queenstown, and snow's starting to come in the mountains, and I want to rehabilitate my knee so I can go snow skiing because I enjoy it. Okay, so where do you want to go snow skiing? Well, I want to go snow skiing on the Remarkables, because that's my favourite ski fields. Okay, and when's that? Well, that's coming up in 9 weeks' time. So now you got those reasons, the underlying reasons or the answers to those W questions that now you can apply in the training. And everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to have different answers. But just the what is not enough, because that gives you squat. The why makes them buy you and buy the program and buy into the solution. The where gets them there, because now they've got an application of that goal in their life. And the when makes them spend the time and the money, because that's the timeline, the urgency that's going to make them open up their timeline or open up their wallet to spend money to make sure they achieve it. So before you start training someone, just taking them through a series of exercises that have no application or emotion behind them, it's important to get the answer to those questions. Now, there are further questions that you can ask, which I'm not going to go into, but once you got that, you can say, well, okay, so how would you feel when you lose that weight around the hips and the thighs, and when you lose a red bikini, and you're walking along the beach, in Hawaii? How'd you feel? Oh, I'd feel sexy. I'd feel, oh wow, I'd feel classy and attractive and confident. So that's the how do you feel if you achieve it. How do you feel when you're breaking more tackles, crashing people with tackles, you're scoring more tries, you're in first grade for the upcoming football season? Oh, I feel fantastic, I feel powerful, I feel like an athlete, I feel like a superhero. How do you feel when you're flying down the slopes of the Remarkables with a nice healthy knee, zooming through the white powdered snow? Oh, I feel free and I feel like an angel in the snow. So how do you feel if you achieve it? Then you've got to have the consequences if they don't take action. How would you feel if you didn't achieve it? If your knee's too bad and you're not skiing, if you're still a little bit overweight and you can't fit into your red bikini, if you're still in B grade football and you're not breaking tackles and scoring tries and winning the season, how do you feel if that happens? Oh, I'd feel terrible, I'd feel like a loser, whatever it might be. You have to get their words, because people are motivated by seeking of pleasure or the avoidance of pain. So you get those two, the carrot and the stick, to move people from their current position. Then you say, hey, if you keep doing what you're doing now, are you going to be skiing the fields? Will you be walking on the beach in your red bikini? Will you be in first grade if you keep doing what you're doing now? And that's really the action question. If they say, well, no, means they have to take action. And if they say yes, then great. Well, what can we do to speed that up and make it better? So that's that really decisive question. If you keep doing what you're doing now, will you achieve that goal? If they say no, then fantastic. Then you say, hey, what would you like me to do as your exercise coach to help you achieve that goal, to make sure you're skiing the slopes when you're in bikini or playing first grade? And they'll give you a list of things they expect from you to help them, motivate them, write their program, push them and all that stuff. And then you say, you as your own exercise coach, high performance coach, what do you recommend for you to do to make sure that you achieve that goal, to guarantee that you're skiing the slopes, walking the beaches or playing first grade? And they'll say, well, this is what I'm prepared to do. So now you're really formulating a verbal contract between your agreement. This is what I'm going to do, this is what you're going to do. And then you go, okay, let's do this together. And you can ask then, hey, what obstacles have stopped you in the past and what obstacles could stop you in the future? What's going to stop you? You've obviously tried to lose weight before, you've tried to rehabilitate your knee before, or you've tried to make first grade before. What stopped you then? And then they'll come up with the reasons or excuses or the obstacles, the barriers that stopped them in the past. And say, okay, are they still obstacles? And they say, no, I'm going to do it or die this time. So you're basically getting rid of any excuses at the end. Then you finish off saying, hey, if we can design a program that would help you lose that weight around the hips and the thighs, fit you in their red bikini, so you're walking along the beaches in Hawaii in 8 weeks' time, looking and feeling sexy and feeling independent and powerful. That would be a program that you'd like to get involved in. And of course they're going to say yes. So they've said yes to their own words. If you say, if I can design a program that's going to get really strong through the legs, to break tackles, through the arms, to smash tackles, to score more tries, to get you into first grade for the upcoming football season in 3 months' time, is that a program that you'd like to do? And they go, yes, of course I want to do it. So now you get their commitment, their buy into it. You say, hey, if I can design a program that's going to really rehabilitate your knee, make it stronger again so you can ski the slopes of the Remarkables for the upcoming ski season, so you can feel free zooming down like an angel in the snow, is that a program you'd like to get involved in? And I say yes. So that's the power of the W questions. However, that's awesome, but if you don't use that in the training, then it becomes useless, not useful. So when you get all those answers and you take people into the training studio, the gym or the park, wherever it might be, it's important that you apply that to their training performance. So if, for example, the gentleman's doing a bench press and they want to get strong for their tackles, then you say, okay, this is the exercise. This is not a bench press. This is the exercise that's going to make you power through the shoulders and the chest so you can smash those tackles so you can play first grade. If you're doing a squat, say this is the exercise that's going to build those legs and make it nice and strong so you're going to break tackles to score more tries so you can make first grade. Mrs. Jones, this is the lunge. This is the exercise that's going to help you, tone up or strengthen the muscles around your hips and your thighs. So when you lose the fat that we're going to do on the fat burning machine, being the treadmill, that's the exercise that's going to burn the fat off your hips and the thighs. The lunge is the exercise that's going to make, when the fat's off, you've got these nice toned, shapely legs that's going to make you look fantastic in that red bikini on the beaches of Hawaii so you can feel sexy and confident. So it's important that you attach the goals and the benefits of the goals to the exercise. This is not a squat, this is the the tackling braking exercise. This is not a lunge, this is the toning of the hips and the thighs exercise. This is not a treadmill, this is the fat burning exercise off your hips and thighs for the red bikini. This is not the bench press, this is the tackling exercise for making first grade. Single leg squat, this is not the single leg squat, this is the rehabilitation exercise, going to rehabilitate your knees so you can go skiing. So that way, when they're doing the exercise, they're visualizing the application of the exercise to skiing the slopes, making first grade braking tackles, or walking the beaches of Hawaii. So it's important that you bring the exercises alive. They're not just a dead exercise that create pain like a torture chamber. They become alive, and the goal and the application of the goal is the analgesic to the exercise, so they're going to do it to their best ability. So bring the exercise alive and even call it different things. This is the tackle braking exercise, this is the hip and thighs fat burning exercise, this is the leg toning exercise or shaping exercise, this is the skiing rehabilitation exercise now, and now they've got a reason to do it. When you get them do it with the weights and the repetitions, and once you set the weights and the repetitions, then you have to provide a target for them and to motivate them to break that target. So if you're doing a squat, for example, for my young footballer, says, okay, last time George, whatever his name might be, last time he did 80 kilograms for 8 repetitions. Now this time, eight is the target. So when you get to 8, you've just stayed the same. Every repetition after 8 that you do is an extra tackle that you break to score a try. Are you ready to go? So let's see how many tackles you can break, extra tackles you can break after 8. So when they're doing the exercise, they have a reason to do more than 8. It's not to do an extra repetition, but it's to break another tackle to get into first grade. If Mrs. Jones, if they're doing lunges for the legs, and she's normally do 10 repetitions with maybe 10 kilo dumbbells, Mrs. Jones, everything up to 10, your legs are staying the same. But every repetition beyond 10 is that your legs are changing their shape to get you more sexy in your bikini on the beaches of Hawaii. So every time you set a target, it's a target to break, not a target to stay the same, not a target to meet. So if you can actually use the repetitions and the weights, and you attach them to the goal and give them a reason to do more, then they have a reason and an emotional driver to do more, right? And they're not thinking about the pain or the discomfort of the exercise, they're thinking about the pleasure and the joy of the goal. So set your reps and your weights and your exercises, apply them to the goal. So firstly, the exercise has to be related to the goal, so they get in that mindset, and then set the performance, and that performance is linked of the exercise, are linked to the goal of what they want to achieve. Now, elite athletes do this naturally anyway. When you have an elite athlete and they're training for the Olympics, when they're punching or whether they're push-upping or running, they're visualizing running in the Olympics. They're visualizing running in their sport. Elite athletes do this naturally anyway. But you as a personal exercise coach, you have to be able to get your client into the mindset of that elite athlete, where they visualize the exercise and the application of that to their goal, and then attach the performance of that exercise to their goal. And the more they perform in the exercise, the closer they get to the goal and an extra step to the goal. And how you do that is up to you, depending on the goal of your client. So bring the exercises alive, because without the goals, without the benefits of the goals and the feelings, the emotions of the goals, the exercise is just a whole series of torture exercises in a torture chamber, and many times people can actually lose sight of why they're doing what they're doing, and they're just going through the motions of exercising and hoping something happens at the end. So it's important for you to, every time they train, to refresh or reset their mindset, get them focus on the outcome, focus on the promised land, focus on the ski fields, focus on breaking tackles in A grade in football, focus on looking sexy in your red bikini, focus on building muscle to look great in my little brother's t-shirt so I've got lumps and bumps so the opposite sex finds me attractive, or whatever it might be. And if you do that, then you're going to bring the exercise alive, you're going to bring the training session alive, you're going to bring the person alive. They'll have more reasons to train for longer and more reasons to train harder and better. So take those tools, get the goals, the what, the why, the where, the when, and all the emotional drivers behind it, and take it into the exercise and make the training session lively, full of goals, passion, and achieving their goals. See you in the next Kmax.